everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Nicole. If you're old, welcome back. And today is day 2 of 31 days of Halloween. So follow along. I will be doing a Halloween look every day. Some days there will be 2 videos because I do have other makeup related things that have to go up. Today I'm combining a tag with this look. I chose a look that'd be, pretty simple, like for me to do while I'm answering questions, hopefully. And hopefully it doesn't take too long. But I am doing Morticia Addams. If y'all don't know, Addams Family, where you been? I love those movies. I don't know why I don't own those movies. I need to go find them. I'm pretty sure they've been in the bargain bin at Walmart. I need to go buy them. I love the movies. I love the movies, especially the second one. And I'm like, how more iconic could you get than Morticia Addams and Gomez? It's so sad that the actor who played Gomez died, though, like the original one, first 2 movies. But I love that, so I did straighten my hair. So we have the long black hair. I found something black with sleeves. I noticed, contrary, she doesn't go uber deep. She does usually have a V cut, but she doesn't go uber deep. And Angelica Houston was just perfect for that. Like her features and all that. And if you don't know, at least the movie, I mean, she is pretty corpse-like, so her skin was white, so I'm just gonna go in with a whitener, like this SFX Ghost Whitener, which is supposed to brighten and whiten your complexion. I forgot I had this. I'm gonna bounce this on my face, and the tag I'm doing is called the Spooky Halloween tag, which is made and created by It's Always Summer, so I will have her video linked below. Definitely go check her out and just enjoy the look. I don't have any makeup, but I have some eyeliner that's just stuck in my waterline, so we're gonna ignore that because it goes with the look anyways. It just wouldn't come out. I've washed my face, I've done the thing, and like it's staying there. I'm gonna take some, I didn't try this last year. I didn't get it. Ooh, Nicole's gonna be white for once in her life. Ooh, I am gonna be white. It's okay. I need to be white. This is sponges from Ricky's. It's pretty soft. I'm liking it. Don't know why I'm bouncing with the pointed end, but whatever. I'm really using just the pointed end. I'm just like bouncing it. It's spreading nicely though. This stuff is from Makeup Revolution or Revolution Beauty. They have an awesome line of Halloween makeup. Their Halloween makeup's really good stuff. Like, I'm telling you, it's good stuff. Like their palette, like they have another like all color palette, which I'm so interested in getting. I'd have to look at the ingredients, and I have to order it from like the UK, which is going to take 2 weeks to get here. But it doesn't say Carmine to people when they get it. And then but I got their Ghost Effects last year. The palette, which just had a white cream, a light gray cream, a darker gray, and a black cream, and then some white powders, and I've almost used that up, but it was so good. Like, that's why I kept using it up, because I would use it around my face and eyes and stuff like that, especially my eyes, because I have to be worried about that carmine. This one does not contain any colors, so good. Okay, anyway, first question. Is Halloween celebrated in your country? If yes, how? Yes, it is. Always trick-or-treating. I mean, kids still trick-or-treat. I grew up where both you would be driven around in certain neighborhoods, like, and pulled in at each one that had a light. Sometimes you can find like a school that has like a private campus, and like all the houses are pretty close together, like within walking distance, or you just walk all night. Like, I remember freezing walking like every year middle school, and then like 1 year in elementary, like freezing because we were walking everywhere, and it was actually cold here for some reason. I live in Alabama. A lot of times it's not cold, but it was actually cold that year, and we were walking around. And then that 1 year I also walked around a little bit. That was closer to the other church with my nieces and nephews, and my feet were killing me. I was wearing some boots. And I actually took them around trick-or-treating the neighborhood too. So I've done it both ways, with kids and without, or as a kid. But you can be driven around. A lot of times parents opt for, and a lot of churches have fall festivals. You either go to you don't have to stay to your church, you don't even have to go to the church. they advertise it. They're like the more the merrier. That one church we have gone to, they were giving out king size candy bars. But anyway, they have bounce houses. I've been ones that had like little miniature horses you could ride. There's always hay rides. You also go to the pumpkin patch. You can go on Halloween or weeks leading up to it. So yeah, and it's a little way you get candy. When I was growing up, there used to be more people making homemade stuff. I think that's kind of stopped now, just because people got really wary of it. Even if it was like this 90-year-old lady, like making popcorn balls. I remember that. But then there'd be a lot of things going around, and I just remember freezing. But you had the best time. You could freeze, but it was just so much fun going trick or treating and getting for candy, doing your own Halloween makeups and all that stuff. But anyway, you do dress up. That's another part. Now, as an adult, some people do Halloween parties, throw them, have friends that throw them, or go to a bar and then they usually have a costume contest. I've been to the one with the costume contest at a bar. And do my eye base with it. I don't think I look like a ghost. I think I look kind of similar to what she looks like, so. Maybe a little ghosty, but some of my skin tone's peeking through, so it's not like uber ghosty right now. Number 2, what is your favorite thing about Halloween and why? I love the dressing up. I've always have. Which, a lot of my friends did the store-bought costumes and we didn't want to go crazy. But a lot of times we didn't have money, so I'd come up with something and, rig my mom's makeup or something. Or Avon samples or something with blood and white in my face and things like that. So, let me see. She has very chiseled cheeks. So I'm going to have to contour. But her contour is not warm at all. It's very gray. Okay, I'm gonna take this. I might mix these two in this Jaclyn Hill palette in here and see what we can come up with on a contour. I'm just gonna take this brush and see what happens. Okay. So yeah, always been the dressing up and crap. Let me keep it. I didn't even go that high. So always has been the dressing up and just up, buying costumes for the kids. Now I'd love taking them to fall festivals and just not really letting them run wild, but dadgummit. My finger. Let me tell me how that on my finger. It's okay, I'll fix that in a minute. I'll add some powder. Gray is just pretty pigmented. Angelica Houston's got a noticeable face and thing. She's very edgy. Her face is sharp edges. Beautiful, but sharp edges. So, try to do that. Bounce around where I missed some stuff. Oh, there we go. Number 3. What is your favorite scary movie? I'm gonna have to probably go with The Conjuring. I love The Conjuring. And Sinister. The Conjuring and Sinister. So freaking good. I still like the OG Halloween stuff. She has a very gray, smoky eye, so I brought the Mountain Sunset. Okay, number 4. Haunted houses. Yes or no, and why? I would. I don't think I've really been to one since I was a kid. You know, those are just like school-held ones. I want to go to one. But the thing is, those ones that, like, you have to sign a waiver for being scared or whatever. Someone touches me, I'm punching. Like, I don't touch me. Don't grab me. Like, seriously, don't grab me. I will punch you. And it's not being frightened. It's just like, don't touch me. Like, even if I see you coming and you touch me and like, we having a bad day. We having a bad day. Like, no. If I don't know you, I don't want you to touch me. Like, at all. I'm not saying that a jump scare can't ever get me because, like, you know, you're not expecting all of a sudden, like, but I'll, like, show no reaction most of the time. But, you know, my heart rate might increase, but, you know, I'm not, like, scared. It's just, like, expect it. Yeah, so there's that. But I would like to go to one of those really crazy ones, but at the same time, I'm like, oh. As long as they have signed a release saying if they get kicked in the jewels, it's okay. So, there's that. I'm going to pick this shade. This shade's like really just perfect for her like lid. Because that's kind of what she did. I might not need to, but then we're going to see what this does without anything. Okay, now I might keep it like that because it wasn't uber foiled. It was almost natural and just smoky. Like what you can think of, you know. Oh, cream makeup smooth. Or creasing. Like try to set the under off. And the rest. Like cream makeup you really should set. Or at least this kind of cream makeup. This one, the Miran actually dried. Like it dried. So it dries down, the Miran does. This one does not, but it's like good coverage and like it's staying. You just kind of need to set it so it doesn't crease everywhere on you. Number 5. What is the first Halloween costume you remember choosing yourself and wearing? I remember being a princess. I don't know if I chose that. But I had like one of those plastic masks that you couldn't breathe and could see out of. I remember that. Probably Pocahontas was one of the first ones I chose myself. I would be one of these contour powders. We're going to use actually angle. I'm just gonna like Number 6. What is your favorite Halloween costume that you have ever worn? Probably my Pocahontas, because my aunt had like a real like leather dress that she let me wear, like a fringed like Indian leather dress. So that one was probably it. No. 7. What is your favorite Halloween candy? Pretty much doesn't differ year round. But I find that the orange cream cover, they're not orange, they're supposed to be vanilla, but the colored orange Kit Kats just taste better than the white chocolate Kit Kats, and I love those. But, you know, I eat Twix and Kit Kats are my favorite candies anyway. And then I like Laffy Taffies and Skittles. Well, not Skittles, but Laffy Taffies and stuff like that. But I'm not a candy corn person. I don't care for Reese's much. Number 8, what is your favorite Halloween memory or tradition? Trick-or-treating, taking the kids around to fall festivals, I guess. I'm not really having a favorite fall memory. Or, really. I mean, we had really fun last year. I always help watch the babies at the fall festivals. There's one we went to a fall festival. It was getting dark, or it was dark, but we were in line, or I wasn't in line. I stood away, but I had Tristan watching Emma, and Emma was like 2 at the time. And these 3 little boys, I don't know where their parents were, okay? Obviously not watching them. They're around Tristan's age at the time, and he's like 9 or 10. Were just shoving in line, pushing him. And I saw them say something, but I wasn't going to interrupt because Tristan just kind of went on about his business. And then I saw them shoving and running around, and then shoving into Tristan and into Emma, who was in front of him. Like, I mean, really close, like just shoving into him, and almost knocks her down, and almost knocks down another little girl who was even younger than Emma at the time. Like, she probably was like 18 months, and I saw her parents kind of at the peripheral, and they were like watching it, and they weren't going to say anything to these boys. I went up to them and I said, look, I don't care who your parents are or what, y'all need to quit shoving around and shoving in this line, because you almost knocked my niece down, and you did knock down the little girl. And well, it's even smaller than her. I swear that was probably barely walking, or like, you know, probably over a year, but under like a year and a half, somewhere around there, that little girl was. And I think Emma was 2. But I am mad. And so they were all like, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. And then I hear this woman come up beside me, and I thought she was going to start something. And she goes, what's going on here? I said, these little boys are shoving and hitting each other, and shoved into my nephew, who dropped, you know, I think Emma did hit the ground, but she's fine. You know, she grew up with boys. She just got back up. But I wasn't going to tolerate them acting all crazy in line, and like they ain't got no sense. And that just because they're at a fun fall festival, they don't be mindful of others. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let them push around other kids they don't know just because they're in a group, or because they see him. He's not, Tristan's not the type, he's not going to get in a fight, you know. I mean, he's taught to, you know, he's not going to go looking for trouble. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't at that age. You should be having fun. But at the same time, you don't want to be shoving and pushing in the line that's like a mile long, and people are like spaced out really close to each other waiting your turn to go in a bouncy house thing. Okay? Especially when they're little kids. I'm like, where's your parents? Where they've been teaching you manners? What do y'all do? Okay? So this woman comes up to me and goes, what's going on here? And I said, well, these little boys are like pushing and hitting each other, and they've knocked down, like, locked into my nephew and into like my niece, and almost knocked down that little girl up there. And at the time they're all going, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, yes ma'am, and they admitted it to this woman, and so she goes, all y'all out of line right now, because I guess that was one of their mamas, and they were like blaming some other kid running around, all this other stuff. And then on, Tristan called me his scary aunt. Like, that was his story of the year, and he told everybody that. Oh, this is the Jante Blue red lip liner. Rich red. I was like, cause I'm sorry, if I have my little niece there, and even now, you know, I'm not gonna let some kids, I don't let them act a fool online. Like, I'm immediately on it. I'm like, stop it. I mean, it's different if like no one else is in line and they're doing that crap to each other, whatever. But if they're like in danger of hitting somebody, I'm like, no, y'all stop that. And I get those are supposed to be fun. You can roughhouse with your friend outside or something. But if you're in a line it was compact, okay? And they're little bitty kids, right? A third your size, if that. No. Like, yeah, they did knock down my niece. I remember that. And that's when I went up to them. Because the only reason why Emma wasn't bawling crying is because she grew up with, 4 older boys. Or 3 older boys at the time, So she was used to roughhousing. I'm like, they didn't know that. They didn't know that. Those kids didn't know that. It's very hard to get that girl to cry if you're roughhousing with her. At least back then. So, yeah, that was a memory. Number 9, do you believe in ghosts? A, if yes, have you ever seen one? Okay. I do believe that they're around. It's been a long time since I've seen one. I saw one that, like, I described to my mom when I was a kid that she swears is, like, my dead grandpa. I hadn't seen that one since. And it was usually, like, a moments of turmoil. I just used to see them. But yeah, I mean, it's been a while. Now, I just kind of see flashes outside my eye a lot. But what I see is like what I think is Boo at first, but Boo will be right beside me, or he'll be like off in another room sleeping. Like, cat, you can tell if cat's moved in a while. And so it won't be him, but I'll see flashes that look like a cat. Like, because I had a cat when I was in high school, and he disappeared like the year after high school because my friend was going to get him, and then he jumped out of her car. So anyway, but he is the exact coloring of Boo now, the big white one, or mostly white one. Same coloring, same exact color. The only thing is, like, his black on his face came across one eye and Boo's doesn't. And, like, his black was more connected to where it was a spike. That's why his name was Spiky. But the rest of the coloring is the exact same. They're mostly white, a couple black spots, like, on their side, a black tail, and, like a tiny little black spots on their legs. That's it. That's all Boo, and then I had like 1 or 2. So I'm gonna go into Misty and Fears. Number 10. What is the scariest thing that has ever happened to you? Okay, this we could be talking about a couple things. Scary, I actually like non-haunting scary would be one time that Alabama's not equipped to handle roads with ice or snow, and people can't drive on it even though they attempt to. I can. I made it in my little Corolla, like in snow and ice before, when nobody thought they'd see me for a few days because we got like 8 inches of snow and then ice on top of that, and so those are probably technical clothes. And I was like, I can't miss work. I work at a job that we didn't. Like, they kept us at just below hours to get full-time benefits, so we didn't have vacation days or nothing, okay? This is a few years ago. So I drove, so I can handle it anyway, and my mom can too, because we lived in Massachusetts for 5 years. Okay, this is before I drove, but somehow I innately can handle it and know how to drive in it, and I'm good. It's just other people who are dumb, they can't drive on it down here. So anyway, we were, my mom had to have cigarettes because she's still a cigarette addict, right? So we had to go to the convenience store, and then we wanted a couple things, and we were like iced, and that's all it was. It was like ice and a little snow, and so anyway, and we would have been fine. We were in a big old truck, but the couple cars ahead of us, like, it's those kind of roads that you can't stop. Once you stop, you can't get going, especially up a hill. We were kind of going up a little hill. And these people were nice enough to helping people who kept getting stuck because they don't know how to drive, and they shouldn't have ventured outside and they don't know how to drive. And then we got stuck because they were stuck in front of us, right? And they had to get turned around. Anyway, So these guys, like, my mom was in this big old truck. We were like, turn this way, okay? Like, had to help us turn this way. Like, so we were perpendicular in the road. Now, granted, no one should have been driving fast because it was nothing but ice. Someone comes flying up the hill, and we were like this. There's barely room in front of us for a car to go. Like, so traffic is stopped both ways. There's hardly any traffic. My mom was just that crazy. Come flying up there, slamming on their brakes like an idiot. You don't put on your brakes on ice, okay? Anyway, they start going fishtail. They barely managed to go in front of us, and we were all like, it was me and Mom. I was like, oh my god. I was like 8. I was like, like, I see this car coming, because where they were going to hit was right where our gas tank is. So I was like, okay. Because, I grew up in the days where, like, we pump gas, okay? So, they barely missed us. So, real life, that's what's scariest. The other scariest thing that has ever happened was, okay, I came back from college, and my mom had moved in with her current husband at the time, and so I stayed with my brother and sister-in-law during, Christmas break, which was almost a month for me, okay? And it was only ever happened in this one back room, okay? Nothing else. They either wouldn't be home, or it'd be so late at night, nothing else was going on, because I turned down the volume on the computer if I was listening to a little bit of music in the back room, because everybody'd be sleeping when I would be, like, on the internet or something. And my cat would be right beside me. This is before he disappeared, right? So he wasn't making any noise. But I start hearing a cry, like a baby cry. And at first, 3 times I thought it was my niece. So I'd get up and go check on her, quiet as mouth, not crying, no nothing, okay? And then it would happen again when nobody else was home. And it could be in the middle of the day, and nobody else was home, or toward the evening and nobody was home, okay? Now, I didn't go investigate it outside, because, I ain't that crazy of a person. So I didn't go investigate it. But I heard it almost every night I was there, or every day I was there, I would just hear it, and it was a baby crying. Now I've heard it happen, I watch those guys tell scary stories, like people contribute on Reddit or through them on email, and so they tell them, and they have enthralling voice, and I just always used to listen to that, and I'd never come across it, never thought to look it up. I've told my mom that story. My sister-in-law's heard it, and she freaks out because she's scared of everything. She can't watch the original Jurassic Park movie because they scare her. Okay. I told her that one time. Freaked her out a little bit. But anyway, I heard it, one of them tell a story that this was happening to this woman. And at first it's they were saying, oh, if you've recently miscarried or recently had a baby, or that's on your mind. I was like, no. My mind wasn't a thought or notion back then, and I definitely wasn't pregnant or miscarrying, so yeah, so it wasn't that, but the fact that other people, and I was reading in the comments, and other people were commenting that happened to them too. I was like, or your maternal instinct is sometimes an overdrive. Mine was at that time, I think, a little bit because my niece was just under a year old at that time, and I would watch her a lot, and any little noise I'd go and get her and stuff like that. So there's that. That's a haunted, scary thing, and no, it didn't sound like an animal of any sort. Okay, it wasn't no animal. It was a baby crying. Okay. Number 11. If you could be any Halloween creature or character, what would it be? Halloween creature or character? Probably a witch. Witch would be cool. Maybe a fairy, but fairies more than just Halloween. But I'd go witch. The actual powered witch. Not just the spell weekend. That'd be cool. Certain vampire things would be cool, but I think I'd go witch because, unless you're Dracula, you didn't have all those powers. But yeah, I'd probably go witch too. Number 12, have you ever played with a Ouija board? A, if so, what happened? And B, would you do it again? No. But I tell you what, when I was 13, we went looking for one. Like, we all hit stores and we could not find one. Like, I said, my mom could not find one. So, because we were having a big slumber party. It was like, no. Play other games that night, but not that one. Like, Light as a Feather, Sword, you know, all the rage. But no. And then, like, I was around 2021. I was yard selling. And I found one. And I just put it up. And I never played with it. I finally threw it away a few years ago. A couple of years ago. But, like, it just sat up in my closet. And it was making me really nervous. I was like, let's throw it away. So, I never used it. But I kind of bought it. Because one, it was like $1. It was like sentimental value. Like, because it just took me back to that memory when we were 13 and crazy, you know. 13. If you had to pick a real life scary movie to live through, which one would it be and why? Oh, I think I could live through The Conjuring. Like, everybody apparently lives through The Conjuring. You just have to call up Ed and Lorraine Warren and be like, scare out your freaking mind. But I think I could live that. I don't know about like Halloween, because that guy apparently don't die. Not Freddy either, because you know. I would think I could take on a freaking doll, but I don't know about Chucky. Oh, what about Chucky? Chucky like sneaks behind you and tries to suffocate you a lot and stab you. And he hang you down with like a bullet, man. Don't have like cement and rubber around. Okay. So I think I could make it through The Conjuring probably. That's sinister. Just sinister. But The Conjuring, yeah. Okay, number 14. How old were you when you saw your first scary movie, and what was it? Okay, I kind of snuck downstairs when we were supposed to be up, and I watched it through the banister. My parents were really strict. My ex-stepfather and my mom were really strict when we were little, and then that all changed at like 7, 8. So yeah, it was like Jason. Yeah, I saw through the thing. And then the first one I really watched, just because no one cared anymore, was like Freddy. When it's like 7 or 8, probably 8. Okay. Or Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. Okay. Number 15. What is the scariest ghost story or urban legend you have ever heard as a child? I don't remember hearing many as a child. No, I don't remember hearing them as a child. Except for, I mean, they always just say if someone flashes their lights at you at night, don't flash them back. Like, if they have them off, or if you see someone driving towards you dead at night, like a deserted road, don't be flashing your lights at people if they ain't got their light on, because it's like a gang initiation. That's all boys done to it. Everything's a gang initiation. Scariest ghost story. I mean, just you know, saying Bloody Mary in the bathroom 3 times and put the light off or something like that. I guess that's the scariest thing. Yeah. Number 16 is the last one. What is the most unique or creative Halloween costume that you have ever seen? I think this guy was in a cosplay too, but at that, like, and it is creative. I know it took hours, and he probably wore it like multiple times, because why would you just wear it once, okay? But this guy had a full-on predator costume. I'm like, I doubt he was that tall. It could have been now, but the full head. I mean, you can see the skin texture, the dread texture, the suit, the body. This, like, what the fingers, the fingernails. It was like thorough and intense, and like he won the costume contest, obviously. And I bet he probably entered every year, or entered a bunch of them, or entered all his cosplay things. I'm like, that's the level. It was like high level cosplay costume, like the ones you get pictures taken with, you know, that they'll hire to get pictures taken with. That one was like, that one was awesome. If you don't know what Predator is, I'll insert a picture. But yeah, that was the most fun. So anyway, this is the most fun tag ever. I love Halloween. I finished my Morticia makeup. I knew I would. I did tag 5 people. I don't know if they've done it. I don't remember who was tagged. Okay. I'm going to try to tag some people that I don't think were tagged. I don't remember. I'm going to tag Celia May. I'm going to tag Cassie83 because she likes this one because she's doing some Halloween looks. I'm going to tag Jazz Journey. Tag Kicking It with Chris if she wasn't tagged. I don't think she was, but I'm going to tag Kicking It with Chris. Bridget Kane, if you weren't tagged, I'm tagging you. It's my second day of Halloween look. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Toodles!